Alright, so I'm going to do a quick refuel, but I just wanted to show you, basically what I've been carrying fuel in is these two containers, the MSR30, the MSR 11-ounce fuel containers, because they are oil and gas approved. They don't corrode, they don't melt. So in this small one, I have bar and chain oil, and that's just going to go right in. You just got to be careful with the bar and chain oil because it is on the thicker side, and I have noticed in the past that if you have a tendency to overfill it, then what happens is when you put the cap on, it leaks all over the place. So make sure that you give yourself a little bit of room to put that cap back in, otherwise you're going to be doing a lot of cleanup, and it's not fun cleaning up bar and chain oil off of your saw. It gets quite messy quite quickly. Then I always like to just wipe the cap off before I put it back in. Make sure it's clean. And then the same with the gas. Just got to watch out for the fumes when you open that up. And what I do is I pre-mix my fuel in a big container. And then I've just been pouring it into my smaller container. And these are nice because they have the hook top, so you can attach them to a bag very easily. I gotta shake this. Oops. So it's a good way to just get your fuel and keep it organized. So I mix about 2.5 gallons at a time, and then I pour it into these 30-ounce containers that I take on trips with me into the woods. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Depends on if I have a chainsaw or not. And if I'm at home, I just go right out of the big container, so I'm not using that. So that looks about filled right there. I've got a little bit more room, not much though. That's good. So now this is a fuel mix. This is 1 to 50 oil mix, or 50 to 1 oil mix, sorry. So it's your standard ratio for Stihl power tools and saws and all that kind of good stuff. And what I do, because these saws have issues with ethanol, is I'm using high test, so either 91 or 93 octane in this saw, just to keep it cooler, keep it running a little nicer and cleaner, and it definitely makes for a better, longer lasting saw, I find, and that's what a lot of people find. So quick refuel of the MS200t. Fuel tank holds 12.8 ounces, and the oil tank holds about 8.6 if I'm not mistaken. So it weighs in at about 10 pounds with the bar and chain. That's a 16-inch bar. I can pan over a little bit. So it's a 16-inch bar with the Pico chain. It's just a plain Pico. It's not the Duro, not the anything else. You know, it's a good saw. It's 2.1 horsepower. It's got plenty of power. I wouldn't say it's got plenty of power going through a 16-inch log like what I'm doing right now, but I don't do that often. It just so happened that this is a big tree and it needed taken down, so I'm doing it. But you know, in the future, you'll definitely see some bigger saws up on the trail, depending on the size of the tree. And until then, I will talk to you soon. Get out hiking. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching. So, see if we can get this going. Ready? Thanks.